All you needed to do was move out the way and let these people die. You're prolonging their lives. Well, act like you protected me. Let them go ahead and try to do something so we can go ahead and end this. That's what I'm saying. That's how confident I am. You got COVID-19, you got all of this, and you trying to size me up. You would never be able to do it because it's not coming from me. So you're trying to size up all that happens with who I am. That's why you're in the situation you're in now. You ain't gonna ever size the whole situation up through trying to size me up. God has done this to you. Yeah. Every time you say God bless America, that God. God, yeah, God of the Holy Bible. That's who got you. I know. You thought he was on your side, didn't you? Well, why would he be? He loved you that much. Why? You have never been a country that really loved African Americans. Why would he love you so much? Huh? Make it make sense. Why would he love you so much? You've always had racism from the very beginning. You've been enslaving people from the very beginning. You killed the Native Americans from the very beginning. Why does he love you? Make it make sense. It's your arrogance. You're narcissistic. That's what it is. You're a bunch of narcissistic people. You're a narcissist. That's what you are. And you know how I deal with narcissists? I don't feed into who they are. I don't care. Like some people try to, well, the narcissist is like this, and like, I don't care how they are. They can die. How about that? Because that's a form of, in my opinion, it's a form of praise, almost like giving them attention. I don't care who they are. I don't care how they think. You die. That's it. Goodbye. To you and your behavioral dysfunctions. I don't care. I don't personally care. You got these people who sit up and want to study the narcissist and want to study narcissism and study narcissistic ways. I don't care nothing about that. I fade whoever needs to be faded. That's what I do. I fade whoever needs to be faded. And you sizing it up, trying to see who I am, and you ain't going to never figure it out. You tried already. Did you get anywhere? Did you get anywhere? You didn't, did you? You didn't get anywhere, did you? Looks like I won again. Looks like I won again. So you can say what you want to say. I ain't trying to hear that. You want to do something for me? Get my money. Get my money ASAP. You want to do something for me? Get my money. And look, if you don't do that, I don't know what you're here for. I really don't, because I have no dealings with America. I have no dealings with their community. I'm not going to be their leader, their president, king, prince, queen, princesses, and anything else you could think of. I'm not going to be any of that. Why would I be? Look at all the stuff that I know about this country. Why would I want to be their leader? Yeah, you want my services, pay me. Simple as that. That's how you know I'm grown. You know how you know I'm grown and I'm not a man child? Because I'm talking about my bag. That's how you know. Hey, I don't care nothing about no king or no president either. I care about bags. Money. Okay? It ain't the love of money. You can stop with all of that. This is justice. And if I don't get it, you lose. That's how you know I'm grown. I'm talking about a bag. I ain't talking about no comic book kings and presidents and king of the earth, any of that other foolishness. We ain't talking about none of that. We talking about my bag. And if I don't get it, like I told you, you're going to see suffering that humanity has never seen in their lives. In the whole history of humanity, right here in America, you're going to see suffering that humanity has never seen. I'm not playing. I already had a prophecy of a national attack that is going to cover the whole country of America. It's over. I'm not. While you playing, I'm not. Every day, I'm on it. I don't know what you expect. I don't know what you expect. People play with my life, you lose. Simple as that. What else? What else? I don't care what you're talking about. You playing with me, you lose. What else? What else is there? What else is there to ponder? Is there anything else to ponder? They play with me, they lose. That's all there is to ponder. That's all there is to ponder. Okay? You play with me, you lose. Your whole country loses. While me and mine wins. Okay? Psychological stuff, that's my strong suit. You can't win. I know everything you're doing. And you're causing problems for your country. What you call your country, all the Donald Trump supporters, all those people, all y'all gonna suffer. All y'all gonna lose. And it's happening. It's happening just in case you don't think it is. So you're only here to see if I'm gonna fall off. I'll tell you something, man. We're gonna hit a day one day soon, and it's gonna be all over. That's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna tell you. What's gonna happen is we're gonna hit a day in the hours ahead, and you're gonna think this is gonna go on for months and weeks, and we're gonna hit a corner and it's all gonna be gone. And you're gonna be talking about, well, we should have did this, we should have did, and you're gonna be fighting among yourselves. That's what's gonna happen. If you even have the chance to do it. If you have the chance to do it, but I'm gonna tell you, one day you're gonna turn this corner, you're gonna hit on a new day, and you're gonna embark on that day, and that's gonna be one of the last days of America. It's not a lot of days left. Who told you it was? Look at the country. Look at how this is. I don't care about your aspirations and dreams. Because, like I told people, children being here or being in America is no indication that this country is deserves to go on, or the world deserves to go on. There will always be children in the world. There will always be children. There will always be children. So how is that an indication? When on the last day of earth, there's always going to be children. So people could always use the excuse, well, there's children here. The world has to go on. On the last day of earth, there's going to be children then. There's going to be babies, 5-year-olds, 10-year-olds, aspiring musicians, aspiring this and that and the third. It's going to be all of that. So how's it an indication that the world goes on or not when it's always going to be here? See, I know smart people can only listen to this. Children are always going to be in the earth. So how are the presence of children being present in the earth, how is that an indication that the world is going to go on when there's always going to be children here? And the world has to end at some time. You see where I'm going with this? The world has to end. It has to. And there's going to be children here when it has to end. So that means while all of y'all talking about y'all children, it's not no indication that that the end of the world should not happen. There's always going to be children here. Always. So it's not an indication of anything to me. You just look, and you can get mad at the people that are defeating you. But at the end of the day, there's going to be, at the last day, there's going to be somebody defeating you then. You see how this goes on? There's always going to be somebody defeating you from this point. And you can easily blame them and say they're a danger to our children. There's always going to be someone like that when it's your time to go. Yeah, that makes sense. When it's your time to go, and basically there are key players in your time to go. From this point on, you could easily say, you could easily say, well, these are the people. But really, they are players, just as I said, and it's just your time. It's just your time. You can't blame me. You can't blame me and talking about I'm taking the future for your children. You can't blame me for that. That's foolishness. If anything, it's been you that caused your children to be in the situation that they're in. Well, you're killing them. Well, you got 44 states married children. Well, you got the age of consent under 18 in 40 states. I think it's you that's the danger to your own children. If I didn't know any better, it's you that's the danger. You lose. Hope you die soon too. So that's basically what's going on here. It's people crying for this reason, crying for that reason. And really, it's just time to go. It's time for you all to go. Okay, you've done enough. You haven't proved that you're tough. You haven't proved that you're bad. You haven't proved anything but that you're morons and stupid and got 44 states married children and you didn't even know it and your whole culture didn't know it and none of your musicians, you dancing and shaking your butt and you didn't even know 44 states of married children. You proved nothing. You proved to be partying morons and idiots. You partied your life away. That's what you did. Hey, at least at the end of my party, I knew what was really going on in your country. At the end of your party, you never knew nothing. At the end of your party, you never knew nothing. That part. Hey, I at least partied and it came and it amounted to something. You partied and it didn't amount to anything. Or you didn't party and it still didn't amount to anything. Yeah, all you people say, well, I never drank a day in my life. Well, you sober as can be, but you don't know nothing about 44 states married children. With your sober self. Sober as you are, you should be all in the books. Sober as you are, you should know everything. You should be educated. You should be reading all this information. But yet, with all your sobriety and all it brings, you didn't even know 44 states married children. So what good is your sobriety? What good is your sobriety then? Well, you didn't do anything with it. Now you got a man that's drank like me. He's the one telling you. Yeah. But you sober. But you think you better than me. That part. Boom. Suckers. You can't play with me. I don't care if you're sober. I don't care if you never smoked weed a day in your life. You ain't did nothing with it. You got a good mind, but you ain't done nothing with it. And I done caught up to you. Well, 44 states married children. 44 states married children. I think I done caught up to you for everything I didn't do mentally. For every way I didn't educate myself, I think I caught up. I think I caught up. You sitting around sober talking about how sober you been. How you ain't never bragging about it. Might as well say. Bragging about how sober you are. But you ain't done nothing with it. Yeah, you sober, but you ain't done nothing. That part. You ain't done nothing with it. So we don't want to hear about that. We don't want to hear about how sober you are, but how dumb you are at the same time. You dumb and sober. Ooh, that's a bad combination. Dumb and sober? That's a joke. That's a big joke to me. That's what you have here. People either bragging about how much partying they've been doing, or people that never partied a day in their life and bragging about that. Well, I never partied. I never went to a party. I never had a drink. I never smoked. But you ain't do nothing with it. So what is it worth? Yeah, you conservative, but what did it get you? Yeah, all you conservative people. Well, I'm a conservative. That's beneath me. I would never do that kind of thing. You would never see me in those parts of town. I'm a conservative. Well, you a conservative, but guess what? You don't know 44 states are screwing your kids. How's that for your conservative ways that you think your government also has? Well, your government, although they may be conservative, has 44 states with child marriage. All you conservative Republicans rolling around tooting your own horn, rolling around like your boo-boo don't stink. All you conservative Republicans. You got 44 states marrying children. What can you say about that? Through all your being conservative, through all your proper ways of avoiding the alcohol and avoiding the drugs and the music scenes, you've avoided all of that, but you still came around to doing something more crazy than everybody. Pretty sure the Republicans were involved. Well, it wasn't. You can't just say it's the Democrats. Come on now, this was a joint effort. Let's share. Come on, let's share the blame here now. Let's share the wealth. You can't just say it's the Democrats that did it. Come on now. So it was a joint effort. I'm sorry, Republicans. Your conservative image is now destroyed. Well, you got 44 states married children. I don't care what kind of ruffled blouse you have on with your pearls. You know how they like to do. Wear the pearls, the conservative Republicans wearing the pearls and the ruffled blouse. Well, while you got your ruffled blouse on with your pearls, 44 states still marrying children while you got ruffled blouses on. While you got a ruffled blouse on, 44 states still marrying children. How's that for your ruffled blouse image? Yeah, you got the ruffled blouse image going on with the pearls. But look at you now. It's not holding up, is it? Boom. Yeah, ain't nothing you can say now. I don't care how old you are. Your old self should have been educated. Well, they try to insinuate that, some of them old Republicans, conservative people try to insinuate I'm just an old woman. Well, you watch everything else on TV. You sit up there and watch a million hours of TV. Huh? You can't go on your phone? The phone got the voice audio thing these days. Huh? Nah, ain't no excuse for that. After all, 20 years ago, you was what? 70 something? You could have educated yourself then. If you're in your 90s, if you're in your 80s, you were 60. You still could have educated yourself. If you was even 90 years old right now, 20 years ago, 44 states were still marrying children. Why didn't you educate yourself then? Yeah, I'm getting on YouTube. All this old crowd, they sit back like, well, we were just too old. We were baking cookies and while all this was going on. You know how the old people make their voice quiver? We were just out here just making cookies. We had nothing to do with that. I'm just an old woman. I didn't know. Well, I'm sorry. 20 years ago, 44 states was married children. You were 70 years old. That ain't no old age to not be able to study now. You still can study. For all you old people, you still can study now. Hey, you cooking cookies, you baking all the time. You read them recipes. Why couldn't you read the recipe of 44 states married children? You read a million books. Come on. Come on now. And how come you didn't know it? It got passed around the time you was in your prime. I'm just keeping it real. How come you don't know it? It came out around the time you was young. That part. Okay? There's no excuse. There's nobody can. The only people who are innocent are people who can't read and see. Babies. They're the only ones. Even you teenagers. Well, you going around playing pedophile entrapment games. Yeah, you see them. They make these fake ads. Like they trying to catch, these little smart little teenagers now. They like to run around and try to catch pedophiles. Okay, well then how come you ain't know 44 states was married children? Huh? That's for you, little teenager. How come you ain't know 44 states were married children? Yeah, you running around playing psychological games with people, but you don't know 44 states is married children. Huh? Yeah, you can't play with me. Ain't none of y'all can play with me. None. There are no competitors. Not even these little teenagers. I'll tear you apart too. Well, you always on your phone all the time. You couldn't take enough time to see these child laws? Huh? You couldn't take enough time to see these child laws, and you on your phone 25 hours a day. You get the exaggeration, right? There's only 24 hours in a day. I said 25 hours a day. You're on your phone all the time, kid. There's no excuse either. Well, you know everything else. Ask these kids. They know a million different things. But you don't know 44 states married children. Okay? Yeah, ain't no excuse for being dumb and not studying. No. Once you get about 13, it's time to study. You had all the fun playing when you was 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, all of that good stuff. When you turn 13 as a teenager, it's time to really start studying. It's time. It's time to start studying. So all you little 13-year-olds, you ain't got no excuse. First thing you should realize, because look, let me address them first, especially the little kids that do the child molester and fake profiles for the child molesters. All of them, you see them on TV and they try to catch the person. Okay, how come you don't know 44 states is married children? Huh? You running around like a little whiz kid. It's like some little whiz kid. Some little future Luke Skywalker. But then how come you don't know 44 states is married children, partner? Boom. Yeah, I got to give it to you too. Because you in the game. You try to be in the game, then I got to pop you too. 44 states married children, bro. You need to know that. You know everything else. You on your phone. You got a cell phone. Your mom buy you a new one every year. Your mother is buying you a new cell phone every year. How come you don't know about 44 states married children? Huh? Ain't no excuse for you either. You studying everything else. You out here trying to catch pedophiles, especially you. That's what I'm talking about. Now, for you other teenagers that don't necessarily do that, it's still no excuse. You got your phones. I know you got phones. Half of you, at least 45% of you teenagers got phones. And I'm being generous. It's really probably like 75% or 65% of you. Y'all got phones. Ain't no excuse. You should know 44 states married children. You should be smart enough to know I need to be educated on the laws in my country. It ain't education for a certain amount of people. It's learning to take interest in the laws of your country. You should know basic laws about murder, first-degree murder, second-degree murder, manslaughter. You should know laws concerning the police. Okay, the police say you did something you didn't do. You ain't educated, so you don't know if you did it or not. They telling you it's a murder, it's manslaughter, aggravated assault. It might be aggravated assault. You need to be educated with these crazy police. If not anything, your American community, as soon as they start killing black people the way they start killing them, all of these kids should have been educated. All these kids should have took an interest in knowing what basic laws are. By the way, these are basic laws. All you got to do is look up child marriage and they give you everything you need to know. That's a basic law on child marriage. You don't got to dig in 5 books. It's a thought. Okay, do we have child marriage in the country? Boom, that's it. I didn't have to dig in a million books myself. It's just a thought of all this stuff that's going on, the crimes, the laws, all of this. And with children, with all this stuff you see in the news, see where I'm going with this? By now, you should have been able to look up some of that stuff. They doing this with kids. Let's see what the laws are. But see, you ain't on that level like that. That's why I don't find you that cute. Kids these days don't educate themselves. Okay? So, let me tell you, all you kids need to know, like I said, these basic laws about what the police will say you did. Thefts, you need to know the type of thefts. You need to know about shoplifting. You need to know about all of that. What the time you spend in jail for shoplifting. You shouldn't be in jail for a million years for shoplifting. You need to know all of that. You need to know all these laws. Okay? This is what you need to know. But yet you don't, do you? That's what I'm saying. So you ain't no better yourself. You think you the next generation, the new generation. You ain't even educated yourself on this stuff I'm talking about. What you talking about? You just another joke coming down the pipeline. I'm just telling you the truth. You're just as undereducated as your parents. They didn't know this. They didn't know about 44 states married children because you would. Eventually, it would have came up. By now, it's too critical of information. It's too vital of information. If your parents knew it, you would have known it. It would have came up in some type of way. Watch a TV, something. But it never came up, did it? Out of all the hours you watch TV with your mom and them, it ain't come up, did it? Because they didn't know. Now, you see how much respect I'm owed for all you teenagers? Your mama don't even know this. Your daddy don't even know this. Yeah, you can't see me. Your parents don't even know this information. Let alone you. I'm your real daddy. Basically, I'm informing you. I'm educating you. Your own daddy didn't even know this. Yeah, I'm Papa. What you talking about? Can't be serious trying to come my way. Don't you ever try to challenge me out in the streets. I know more than your mama and daddy. Hell, that's why you respect your elders. I'm a real elder. You respect me because I know some your own daddy don't even know. And I can't speak for the rest of these people. They can learn a million different things. They can learn a million different situations. I'm talking about me. I'm talking about me. I know some your daddy don't even know. I know some your mama don't know. And your grandma probably don't know. Well, if she knew it, why she didn't tell your parents? See, I'm trying my best not to shame you and make your family look pathetic. But you see how deep it goes? If your grandmother knew, then why your mama don't know? If your granddaddy knew, well, why your daddy don't know? That part. And then you would know. And how you would know is because they would tell you. How you would find out is because they would tell you. You, at some point, how you would know they know is because they would tell you. And how you would find this out is through everyday life, eventually watching something on TV with courts or something. They would tell you. Well, 44 states has child marriage. Your own parents will tell you that, especially when you're a teenager. They're going to start telling you. But you still don't know, do you? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And then you wondering why I don't care what I have and don't have anymore. I've won. I'm the wealthiest, best person here. Your whole family don't even know, and all the stuff they got. Look at all the stuff they got. That part. Any contenders left? Anybody left? That's what I'm saying. Now you see why they be respecting me, don't you? Now you see why they riding around. It ain't no hype. How is it hype when I know something your whole family don't even know? Well, it's important information. And your whole community don't even know it. And there's nobody on YouTube quite like me that's telling you in the fashion that I'm telling you. Go find them. I guarantee you'll find some that talk about ages of consent here and there. They'll talk about the issues that it creates, but they have not collectively brought all of it together. They have not. There's nobody out there. And if they try, it's just a gimmick against me. I guarantee you that. You won't find nobody that made videos 12 years ago, 5 years ago, talking about the collective age of consent in America. They aren't doing it. Therefore, it still leaves me only. Okay? And that's what I'm telling you. And I know teenagers will respect me because it's real. Oh my God. This man is telling us 44 states has child marriage in America. I guarantee you teenagers will respect me over you suckers. Sitting around, walking around, doing all what you doing, voodoo and all your crazy little funky stuff you doing. I guarantee you these teenagers will respect me. I know how they think. I know a portion of it, and they ain't respecting you. Probably won't even respect their own parents when they find this out.